everybody, Michael Tiny Saul. Today is Wednesday, April 13th at 11:40 p.m. And this is Forex analysis for Thursday, April 14th, 2011. So let's start with the euro. The euro is digesting. This is what I was looking for after this big run on Friday, last Friday, this big expansive candle there. I was looking for some digestion. Now, I'm form-fitting these lines here. I got to tell you, I don't know how pure they are. I'm using the low so far of Thursday session, and of course Thursday session starts Wednesday evening. So, I don't know if this low is going to be the real low here. Okay, we can go through this and it won't be like, oh, the trend line was broken. Trend line probably should have never been here, but I'm doing it because I'm recording the video. So, I mean, if that trend line, or if this little, it's more like a pennant line than a trend line. I like to get at least 3 points touching for it to be a trend line. If this line holds and we do wind up trying to break, then this could be a nice pattern here. So let's see what sets up over the next few hours, see what happens in the overnight session. If this low gives way, then I'm going to have to reanalyze this. But if we hold this low here, and this line is actually semi-valid, I guess, watch for a breakout here. Watch to see if we can get another push higher here, and use the upper Keltner channel as the target. Okay, you could see this is banging its Keltners and pulling back and banging and pulling back, and it banged it Friday and didn't pull back, just went sideways. But watch this one. And as far as a short goes, right now the trend is firmly to the upside here on the short term for the euro, and probably if you look out, I guess you could call it the intermediate term too, right? It's about a year. So, but from here, for the short term, it's a nice, strong uptrend here. So on a pullback, I'd be probably watching that for a buying op more than a shorting op on a break of this. Okay, like I said, I don't really consider this a valid trend line, but I'm putting it in for a reference point since I am doing the video. All right, here's the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar got a push higher in Wednesday session, and right now still under that Keltner channel. And actually these 3 days form what I call a mini coil. Okay, so not counting Thursday session, but I tell you, if Thursday session does form an inside candle, okay, I'll definitely be watching this pattern right here, because this is a nice really tight coil if an inside bar sets up here. So we'll see. I mean, right now, technically, because it is a mini coil, if we just avoid Thursday, okay, and just wait for a break above Wednesday's extreme one way or the other, that's definitely a little 3-bar coil here. But I would love to see an inside day form on Thursday. Here's the yen, still looking at this middle line of the Keltner channel as a target. Here's the Swiss. Okay, not much bounce here, and looks like it wants to get its push lower to our target, which is that lower Keltner channel. You can see it's still a little bit below this low, and that's a real nice spot to take the rest off if partials are still held, or if there was only one unit taken, like one mini lot or whatever, then that would be a great spot to just cover it up, and stop should be trailed here. The people with multiple lots should be looking to lock in at least 150 pips, and actually people with one lot should probably be doing that too. Okay, looking at 150 pips here for a lock in, and then looking at exit right down here. Okay, here's the loonie. Okay, after a bounce, you got to pause. Looks like it's headed for that middle line. I don't see a pattern, so I'm not in a rush. Here's the euro pound cross. I'm watching this over the next few sessions here. Not a big fan of this candle here, so I want to give this another session at least. Euro Swiss broke the midline. I don't see a pattern here. Euro Aussie, okay, held the midline, broke out, held the midline, but this is why I wanted to wait another session. If you remember, if you go back a couple of days, I didn't I didn't like this because I wanted to wait for one more bar, at least, maybe a couple more bars, and then the break. See how it broke out and then came right back in? So this is obviously, this one's on the sideline for now. Here's the Euro Kiwi watching the lower Keltner for a target there. Here's the cable watching the middle Keltner channel for possible support and a reversal. And look at this. Wow, the pound Kiwi, boy. I mean, after this one break where it looked like, hey, maybe it's going to try to bounce, it just got weaker and weaker and weaker. So this is ugliness here. No pattern here. I guess you could look for support down here at, let's see, 0420. 0420 as support on this one. Here's the Euro Yen. Okay, chopping around back inside the Keltner. See what sets up on this one. Swiss Yen. I mean, it's barely back inside the Keltner here. I want to see a better pattern set up. To me, this could be more of this kind of rising channel here. I don't see a pattern here. Here's the Aussie Yen. Okay, inside bar on Wednesday. Whoops, get rid of this. Okay, let's see what sets up Thursday. If it formed another inside candle, that would be a nice little coil here. Pound Yen, looks like the midline. It's going to be support there. Pound Swiss franc, looks like it's pausing here. Okay, could form a little pattern here. Watch this. Set up on this one. Okay, lower Keltner would be the target. Aussie, Swiss franc, Aussie Swiss. Looks like it's holding that midline. Kiwi Swiss, no man's land for now. CAD Swiss. Okay, looks like it could be forming consolidation here for another push lower down to this lower Keltner at a minimum, if not a retest of this hammer. And then finally, Kiwi CAD just broke out above the Keltner and is now just kind of hanging here, waiting for the next pattern to set up. And for those of you who are not used to the way I run through the list, okay, if I don't see anything, I dismiss it immediately because right here there are 20 pairs, right? Okay, I paused it and counted it. There are 20 pairs and crosses here. Okay, so there's plenty of opportunity. The last thing I want to do, and if you haven't watched my stock videos, it's the same thing. I don't like loading up with 10, 12, 15 positions. It just becomes a headache to manage, and a lot of these are correlated. So, you try to pick out the best setups, and you try to ride them for as long as you can, like the Euro last week, like the Swiss last week into this week is really nice. Okay, couple ones definitely I missed and I'm upset about, but nothing I could do about it. Okay, the Swiss is just gorgeous here, right? So and the Euro, looking long last week and watching for the breakout that broke Wednesday and a big day on Friday. So I mean, there's opportunity, but there's no reason to rush around on these. I will talk to everybody again tomorrow with another Forex update. Have a great trading day on Thursday.